The Adelaide Crows endured a horror season last year, finishing 14th and eventually parting ways with Neil Craig. Michael Gleeson, are there many hopes for the Crows this year to move up the ladder?
Of course there are. Many hopes for Adelaide to move up the ladder, none the least of which being they've got the dream draw. This is the draw that any coach sitting down would have gone, I'll take that one. They play twice, Port Adelaide, GWS, Geelong, Freo and the Gold Coast Suns. That is an incredible start. I think that no one would frame Port, GWS or Gold Coast to be in anything other than the bottom 5 or 6 sides. So you've got a fair sort of leg up to start with there. The other thing is that, Taylor Walker's been missing. Paul Pleasure missed all the last year with a shoulder. That is, if they can get those guys back on the park, they are reasons to be bullish enough. But, they've lost Phil Davis. That comes after they've lost Bock. They lost Jack Gunston. They are big outs because they are young players that they'd invested the time in that they were expecting now to be sort of their spine.
Davis could have potentially been the player to replace Bock, of course.
Yeah. And they are the guys that they were really looking to. So that's really going to hurt them. It's interesting. I think that what will be interesting to see with them is how much pace that they can engender. They were a slow and stagnant side last year. Now, where do they get the run from? Dangerfield up the field. How do they get that run into the game? What's interesting with Bretton Sanderson coming in is less bikes in the preseason. You're told there's a lot more running, a lot less riding on the push bike, a lot more in the gym, coming from the Geelong school of big bottom midfielders, that you've got to have strength around the ball. He wants more strength. The stories of him bench pressing, the second most in the club when he got there. And so I think that what you'll see is a physically different looking Adelaide side. Adelaide side. Now, whether that can manifest in how many wins, I wouldn't be expecting them to be around the 8, but I think that they won't be hideous.
They'll be looking for improvement.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Every side will be. But I think that there will be reason to think that they will improve.
And there'll be a lot of understanding and sort of patience from fans that it might take a bit of time. They've got a new coach and they need to invest in the players. And they should be playing finals, but you never know.
Oh, well, they shouldn't. But as you say, the draw is quite a handy one. 2
games against the Giants and the Suns. It's four wins,
both
isn't it?
That's right. Well, you would think so. Although I do think that the Suns will be a better side this year. Not that they were a poor side last year, but they will improve quickly as a team, and certainly, if not this year, then next year. So it's still a good time to get them twice. GWS, I don't think will be terrible, but they will be not far off it. So I think that playing those 2 teams twice will be handy, and certainly give them that assistance.
So there's our preview for the Adelaide Crows in 2012. One of 6 clubs to have a new coach. Will it be the difference for them this year? Thanks for coming in, Michael Gleeson.
Thank you, Scott.